Racing on Saturday takes place out at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, and we are back on the summer course, and we've got a great card to look forward to. And just having a look at it, race number 1 set to get underway at 12:45. 10 races on the program, and joining me on the line is Brandon Bailey, and Brandon will give us his thoughts on the card. It is the first Grade 1 meeting down in the Western Cape for the new season. Brandon, how are you doing?
All good, thank you, Raheel. Good to hear from you again. I know you've also got your hands full in KZN at the moment. This is a pre-recorded show, so the Friday night meeting would have come and gone. Good racing there. There's lots of festivities going on. I know that everybody's in good spirits. It always is at this time of the year when it leads up to Christmas for those that who celebrate. But yes, Raheel, certainly looking forward to it. I mean, a lot of people have knocked off. They need that well-deserved break. Everybody's been working hard throughout the year. So let's spend wisely, because we know the paycheck comes only late in January. But we're going to try and make a few rand, and hopefully we can get some Christmas boxes going.
Race number 1, this is a maiden juvenile plate over the 1,000 meter trip, 12:45 the off time. And here, number 3, Sweet Green, tops the boards at 15-10, along with number 4. It's number 7, Rabdan, at 5-1. It's then 8-1 and better about the balance. Brandon, there's just 2 horses with experience under the belt, but we would likely expect a first-timer to dominate in this contest.
Yes, I agree with you, Raheel. I think the 2 horses that have already run, being Vulcan Rock and Catwalk King, I mean, they ran fair races, nothing to jump up and down about first time out. They can only improve, but I can see a first timer winning race number 1. Just for the guys that are watching, they can head over to the various social media platforms. I was doing my rounds on Wednesday for Perfectly Placed. Justin Snaith was kind enough to help us. We had Glenn Cotson part of that package. Robbie Barrett, of course, the assistant trainer to James Crawford, also helped us. And then Lucinda Woodruff, who's got a nice runner on the day, helped us as well for Perfectly Placed. So a good package and nice information for all the punters to use. I spoke to Justin Snaith, and I think he's got the key over here when it comes to race number 1. Reading in between the lines, they seem quietly confident with number 3, Sweet Green. Keegan DeMello, good to have him in the Western Cape again. Obviously, he's done so well in Hong Kong. I'm of the opinion he didn't get the opportunities he deserves, but he'll come here and fly the flag high, I have no doubt. So 3, Sweet Green, Raheel, reading between the lines, she's got a bit of ability. The yard expecting her to go very nicely on debut. She's in the region of 15-10. Of course, Justin Snaith ran first, second, and third in our first baby race here in the Western Cape. So he'll have a good gauge and a good line when it comes to number 3, Sweet Green. If she's anywhere near those horses, she's going to take a bit of beating in race 1.
That's the first race, Sweet Green, and the 4 horse, the 2 that dominate here. Race number 2 next up, maiden plate, 1,200 meters the distance. This will be the start of the bipot. Love in Prague, favorite here at 13-10. Number 11, Fast Train, 7-1 into 4-1. Number 7, Red Wave at 5-1. 7-1 about number 3, I Am Sam, and then you can get 10-1 and better about the balance. Brandon, this horse, Love in Prague, just found 1-2 good last time out. Aldo de Meyer rides for Andre Nel, son of Prague, and he's coming along the right way.
Yes, Raheel, you can't fault his form. Of course, he went down narrowly behind Mzengeli Wenyati back on the 10th of November. In fact, I called that race, and it looked for all the money in the world that he was going to his 1, and Mzengeli Wenyati under the apprentice was given a top ride to come back at the line and win. He's improving. I think he'll be a better horse over a bit further as well, Loving Prague, but he has got a winning chance up the lane again when it comes to race number 2 on Saturday afternoon. Further down the page, of course, Red Wave, he'll run his race. When I spoke to Justin, Aldo was given first choice, I believe, to ride Red Wave, and he opted to stick with the 5, Loving Prague, so that in itself speaks volumes. And then a horse that I like, Raheel, what price is number 11, Fast Train?
7-1 down 4-1, Brandon.
Okay, so the money's already there. I really like number 11, Fast Train. I couldn't believe the opening price initially. JP van der Merwe for Paddy Crayer. We know that Paddy Crayer is going along beautifully at the moment. Go back and watch this horse's last run. He was just given way too much to do. They were stretched out. There must have been 20 lengths in it. and he was beaten 7 lengths at the line. He was still very green. Go back in his form. On debut, he ran 5th to Gold Gaboski, who won on Wednesday. He ran 2nd to Fox on the Run, who's held in high regard, trained by James Crawford. I like the fact that he's back sprinting. I know in terms of pedigree, he wants a bit further. But up the straight, JP van der Merwe will be just a couple of lengths off him. He's got a good turn of foot, number 11, Fast Train, and he's the value player. Probably lean towards him as winning, just ahead of number 5, Loving Prague.
11 ahead of 5 in race number 2. Race number 3 next up, maiden plate, 1200 meters the distance, and the 3 horse is the favorite here at 14 to 10. Number 10, Sugar Daddy, 4 to 1 down 3 to 1. 4 Yukon at 4 to 1. Vologov is a 7 to 1 shot, and then you can get 14 to 1 and better about the balance. Brandon, having a look at race number 3, what's your thoughts here?
So I'm quite strong on Give It Laldi. There was lots of talk, lots of money around when it came to this well-bred colt on debut. I thought he ran a great race. He ran 2nd, just for the viewers that haven't got publications in front of them. He ran 2nd to that horse Foudra, who was coming back from a long break, trained by Eric Sands. At no point did it look like he was getting tired or showing signs of needing the run, Raheel. I just think it was inexperience and greenness in a big field that got the better of him late. He's got lots of ability. I spoke to Lucinda Woodrum. She's confirmed that he's tightened up. He's improved a few lengths back at home. And I'll be very surprised if he can't exit the maidens come Saturday afternoon at 13:50. So 3, Give It Laldi for me. Very hard to beat in race number 3. Respect for number 1, Ford Yukon. I thought he ran a good race last time out, and he was checked. He was badly balked at a crucial stage. He probably should have gone a bit closer to the winner on that occasion. So go and watch him. Number 1, Fort Yukon. He should be right there on the premises. And then further down the page, number 10, Sugar Daddy. Callan Murray for Justin Snaith. That was a good debut run. I'm a little bit worried about the form lines, because 2nd in that race was a horse called Madra Rua, who jumped at skinny odds next time out and ran a fair race, not a good race, if I can go as far as saying that. He ran 4th, but he was just going up and down on one spot. So I don't know how to read into the form lines that run on the 8th of November. But he can only improve, and Justin Snaith did say that he has made the improvements back at home, number 10, Sugar Daddy. But if I came to this race right here and I was going to have a bet and maybe start a few multiples, I'm going number 3, Give It Laldi.
That's race 3, horse number 3. Race number 4 next up, C Stakes over 1800 meters. This is the start of the pick 6, and we've got a carryover for that pick 6. It is a 500,000 rand carryover and a likely pool of 3 million rand for this race meeting, where number 9, Note to Self is favorite at 12 to 10. Baton Rouge at 22 to 10. Miami Summer 6 to 1. Captain's Alliance, Heel and Soul at 8, and then it is 14 to 1 and better about the balance. Number 8, 2 A Penny is out. It's a field of 8 runners that remain. Brandon, there's a few nice thrills taking on one another here.
They are, and I'm only going with 2 of them, Raheel. I think Justin Snaith will dominate, and I think one of them will win. Let's start with number 2, Miami Summer. What price did you say he is now, Raheel?
He's at 6 to 1.
Okay, so there's been a little bit of support, because the initial opening price, I think, was closer to 10 to 1. He won a good race last time out. He quickened up like a very smart horse. I know he beat Perfect Impact. Just having a look at that form line, nothing's really jumped off the page to come and win. But if you have a look at just the way he won, sometimes you need to use your eye, Raheel. You know that. And he was impressive. I mean, he did it quite cheekily. It was a workmanlike victory. I've spoken to JP van der Merwe about 2 weeks ago in conversation. I brought up number 2, Miami Summer, and he said to me, he's a very nice horse. Be with him for the Cape Summer season. Now he gets the 1800 longer straights. I think he's tremendous value. He's going to thrive in these conditions, number 2, Miami Summer. So please include him into all bets. And then further down the page, his stable companion, number 9, Note to Self. Keegan DeMello gets the ride for Justin Snaith. Of course, he came back from a small break last time out. He ran 3rd to Beware. He was doing his best work when the race was all over. These 2 horses, Raheel, I'm going to go as far as saying that they could either end up in the Politician or the Derby. That's the ability that they've got. So 2, Miami Summer and Note to Self, I think they'll take a lot of beating. Stick both of them in the pick 6.
That is race number 4 of 1800 meters. Race number 5 next up. This is This is a Cape Summer Stayers handicap, a listed race over 2,500 meters. And ahead of the facts, tops the boards here at 14 to 10 Mfula, 28 to 10 Holden Thumbs. He's got a lot of weight to shoulder. He's at 4 to 1 along with Congressman. It's 10 to 1 and better about the balance. Brandon, this horse ahead of the facts, he ran a super race last time out when winning, beating Master of Paris, who has subsequently come through to frank that form. Although against a lot weaker, it was still a cracking performance, and yeah, he's a horse that could well be too good for this lot.
I think he's going to be a very nice stayer in time. Later on this or next year, forgetting that we're already towards the end of 2025, but this horse, Raheel, I'm going to advise that punters stick with him as a nice stayer and a horse to follow. Just having a look at his last win, we know that Master Paris has come out to win a good race. Of course, he won a super race at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Wednesday afternoon. But he won so easily. I mean, he had the race sewn up going through the 200. They backed him from 10 to 1 into 18 to 10, I think, on that occasion. But he won super impressively. He's just got 52.5 on his back. I don't think they'll change too much. There'll be a bit of speed. You've got horses like Holding Thumbs, Congressman. They'll make sure there's a nice pace on up in front. And he'll be sitting, biding his time, and he's got a wonderful turn of foot. So 4 ahead of the facts with 52.5 on his back. He'll take all the beating. I'm going to go with him quite strongly. The danger being number 7, Mfula. Of course, ahead of the facts and Mfula, they're old sparring partners. They've met each other on a number of occasions. He ran a good race in Mfula last time out. Regulation beat him comfortably by 4.5 lengths, but he'll thrive over this sort of a trip. I think we'll see the best of Mfula come Saturday afternoon. Good to see Cabello Matsanyane in town to ride this individual for James Crawford. And then one other horse I do need to mention, of course, is number 1, Holding Thumbs, but I'm worried about the 63.5 on his back. Never easy. These staying trips with that sort of weight, it does tell late in the day. So, Raheel, just to cut a long answer short, I'm going with ahead of the facts in a big way. I think he'll take a power of beating.
Race number 6 next up. This is the Southern Cross Stakes, a grade 3 over 1,000 meters. 15:35 is the off time. Cracking contest. Favorite, Direct Hit, 5 to 2. Alan Robertson, winner of the grade 1. Asia Pambili, who was denied grade 1 success in the South African filly sprint, 3 runs back. Second behind Mia Moose, come through to frank that form. She's at 9 to 2. Number 4, Rockapina, is at 7 to 1. Green Diamond is a 7 to 1 shot. You can then get 8 to 1 and better about the balance. Brandon, this is a very nice race, but it is very tricky.
Oh, it's tricky. Put it this way, if you're playing to beat number 1 Direct Hit, it almost becomes a field race, Raheel. Let's start with number 1 Direct Hit. Of course, Richard Fourie and Alan Greev, sensational. She's got all the speed in the world. She comes back from a 78-day break. She's been freshened up. We know that she'll be on speed. She's got the ability, so she can win quite comfortably. It'll be foolish of me to sit here and say, let's try and beat number 1 Direct Hit. She's got a massive winning chance. Great to see that she is back in the Western Cape. Further down the page, I spoke to Lucinda Woodruff. She did confirm number 3, Asia Pambili, is doing really well back at home. Of course, she won this race last year, didn't she, Raheel? She beat Candytown.
Yep, that is absolutely spot on. And when you look at that run, they met on the same weights that day, but this time around she's got to give 8 kgs away to Candytown. Not going to be easy.
Not going to be easy. And Lucinda Woodruff did confirm, obviously, the big weight of 63.5 is a concern. But she's very good on her days, number 3, Asia Pambili, so she has to go into all bets. And then a horse I like, she's probably got it all to do, but I was super impressed the way she turned it on last time out. And our good friend Sheldon Peters labelled her on that occasion at a big price. I think she was 20 to 1, maybe even bigger. 6 distinct. Malasela Kachedi's in town to ride for Glenn Cotson. Now, I'm not sure she can win it, Raheel, but I think in terms of 4 places at 20 to 1, I would chuck her in. She could be a nice quartet inclusion. She's got a wonderful turn of foot. She wants to be switched off early. The faster they go, the better she'll quicken up number 6 Distinct. So I am going to throw her into the play. I was mighty disappointed with number 7 Symphony in White last time out. I'm hoping that she can bounce back to her best form. But the race doesn't stop there. I mean, you can make a case for so many horses. Even this was number 12, Green Diamond. Sean Terry, Craig Zackim. The key with her is that she's back sprinting. I'm just not sure where they are in terms of preparation after a long break. Raheel, if I came to this race and I was looking to have a bet, I'm probably going to go and take the places at a big price, number 6 Disting.
Yeah, race number 6, very competitive contest, and a race where you probably need to go a bit wide if you look past horse number 1, Direct Hit. Race number 7, this is the headline on the day. It is the World Sports Bet in Cape Fillies Guineas, a grade 1 over 1600 meters. 10 past 4 is the off time, and the 3-year-old fillies, they go head to head here with number 7, Golden Palm, topping the boards. The only grade 1 winner in the contest, number 7 Golden Palm, having won the Tequini as a 2-year-old, beating Tina Lovelace, and then last time out she beat All Systems Go, who ran an absolute cracker in the Dingans just last week, went back in that 3rd position, and Golden Palm is at 9-10. Reed Petite 28-10, Princess of Gaul at 7-1, Quick Step Gal probably overpriced at 14-1, at 16-1, and better about the balance. Brandon, race number 7. This filly, Quick Step Gal, she has done tremendously well in her career for Tini Prinsloo, and I'm going to say 14-1 is overpriced, and I think she'll turn the form around with Princess of Gaul now that she's had her first start down in the Western Cape.
Yeah, listen, Tini Prinsloo, hats off to Tini. I mean, he stood his time. It was never easy for all these trainers once Kimberley Flamingo Park had shut down. Tini made the bold move. He went to KwaZulu-Natal, and he's had some lovely horses through his hands. Of course, Main Defender started there as well.
Yep.
You'll remember, Raheel?
Yeah, correct. And funny story. I mean, the horse went off at quite a big price on debut, but yeah, Tini really liked his chances to win on debut.
Yeah, he's a good horseman, Tini Prinsloo, and he's found himself with a good filly here, number 9, Quick Step Gal. They've made the bold move. They've come to Cape Town. I thought she ran a great race last time out. She can only improve from that performance, and I think she's going to love the step up to 1,600 meters come Saturday afternoon. But Raheel, they're all going to have to be very good to beat Golden Palm. I know it's a grade 1. You need to respect the opposition at all times, but I've been so impressed with this filly. I think she's a freak of nature. The way she won, she came back from a small break last time out. She was just in cruise control. Keegan DeBello gets the ride for the first time. I have no doubt that he'll get the lowdown from everybody as to how she needs to be ridden. But just watching her, it's almost like a switch. The minute you ask her to go, it's all there for you. So 7 Golden Palm for me. She's going to take a power of beating. I'm supremely confident that she'll win this grade 1 on Saturday afternoon. What I'm going to do, Raheel, because I'm not going to get a pat on the back tipping Golden Palm in this race, number 12, Kirkenhoff. Just in terms of places, can you help me? Top 4. What price number 12?
Well, we get in top 3 on Hollywood, and that is at 23-10.
All right, so even top 3, I'm happy with that. I know she's got an awkward draw, but she naturally likes to come from off the speed. So 12 Kirkenhoff for the places, maybe even a few exactas. I might go and take Golden Palm to beat the 12. But that's how I see the race. Reed Petite obviously done nothing wrong. This will be her acid test. Let's see how good she is. Richard Fourie gets the ride for James Crawford. But I really like Golden Palm. I honestly believe that she's going to take a lot of beating.
Yep, she is the only grade 1 winner in the contest, and she'll be looking to add another grade 1 to her CV. Race number 8, the class 4, 1400 meters the trip, and this is at 16:45. Where number 5, Delta Pride, is your favorite at 16-10. 3-1 about Touched by Angels, 9-2 about Gran Canaria, it's 8-1 about Nevada King, and then you can get 10-1 and better about the balance. Brandon, this market is interesting, and the only reason Delta Pride is probably the top one is because Richard Fourie has gone with that as opposed to Touched by Angels. But I think of the 2, Touched by Angels is the right horse.
Yeah, listen, Raheel, I also don't like the look of the race. I mean, there's so many horses here that are still improving, and some horses that are coming off the back of unlucky, hard luck stories last time out. I mean, maybe we can just run through it quickly. Number 1, Touched by Angels. I mean, he's done nothing wrong. He ran behind a very nice horse in the form of Pomped Up last time out. He'll love the step up in trip, Raheel. You'll probably name a little bit better from KwaZulu-Natal, but I think the 1400 is what he's been looking for.
Yeah, it does appear that way given his running style. Also, he's a son of a worm, so he's going to get better with time as well. And I know he did incur a 3-point penalty for being a loser last time out, but he seems like there's quite a bit of progression still to come.
Correct. So you can make a case for him. The 2 Grand Canaria thought a great run last time out. He was looking to lug in behind horses, but he ran a fair race. Of course, it was a close finish on that occasion. Andrew Fortune gets the ride, so 2 Grand Canaria must go into the play. A horse that will improve. I'm not sure his current price, but there's no doubt that number 4, Mexican Pete, will improve. I had a good look at him in the parade ring last time. He's a wonderful-looking 5-year-old. Tegan de Mello gets the ride for Herman Brown. The 1,000 meters, patently too short for him. Now that they step him up to 1,400 meters from a neat draw, number 4, Mexican Pete, will improve. 5, Delta Pride. He was a touch unlucky, in my opinion, last time. He probably should have won the race. Richard Faree gets the ride for Justin Snaith. He's still improving as number 5, Delta Pride. And then interesting that they've gelded United Front. I've spoken to Mr. Marshall a number of times about this horse. They think the world of him. I know he wasn't really putting it in the race course. He did win a good race in his penultimate start, but he's a lot better than his last start. He's a big individual, this. He weighed in at 539 on the scale, Raheel. So 6 United Front, if he gets those cheap sectionals in front, now that he's back from a gelding, I can see him going very close to the big price. And then even further down the page, you can make a case for number 8, Nevada King. It's been stop-start in his career, but he's got lots of ability. JP van der Merwe gets the ride for Justin Snaith. So I don't like the look of it. Just for the exotics, you're going to have to go wide.
Next up, race number 9. This is the final leg of the pick 6. It is a C stakes for fillies and mares over 1,400 meters. And number 10, Beach Verse, is the favorite here. 5-2 down 2-1. Act of Grace at 7-2. Lalandon is at 9-2. And then we've got number 5. Kata Quadrad is 10-1 into 7-1. You can get 8-1 and better about the balance. Brandon, what do you make of this contest? I see that this filly, Beach Verse, she was carded to run a few weeks back when she was scratched, and the blinkers were taken off that occasion, but I see that they're on for this run.
Correct. That's exactly what I was going to bring up, Raheel. She was carded, I think, a week or 2 ago, as you mentioned. They took the blinkers off on that occasion because we were still debating as to why the blinkers had come off. And yeah, she is running tomorrow, blinkers on, but she hasn't pulled a draw. Not that I think it will affect her, because her running style is naturally to sit off the speed and then come with that good turn of foot. She's got a big winning chance, number 10, Beach Verse. I believe she's better than her rating of an 85. But it's a competitive race, Raheel, not to sound like a stuck record. Number 1, Supreme Fate, she's run against a bit stronger. She should be cherry ripe. Justin Snaith did say that she's doing very well back at home. Andrew Fortune gets the ride from a good draw. How can you fault number 2, Inner Bloom? She won a good race last time out, and she's going to thrive now that she steps up in trip to 1,400 meters. Gavin Larena gets the ride for Lucinda Woodruff. Further down the page, I'm not sure what you thought. Did you watch Kata Quadrat last time, Raheel?
Yeah, I did certainly watch it. You called it home that day, if I'm not mistaken, and it was a good win.
Spot on. She won a good race. She was still very green. Around the turn, she was having a good look-see at everything. Up the lane, she was still wanting to run to find company. So I think there's lots more to come from number 5. Kata Quadrat, and she's better than her rating of 84. 7, Lalandon, probably a winner without a penalty. She jumped the shadow close to the post last time out. She's doing very well back at home, according to Justin Snaith. She needs to go into the play. And then Active Grace, if I can touch on one more. She's just had no luck in her last 2 runs. Richard Faree's been booked to ride for Glenn Cotson. She's got a good turn of foot. I'm not sure what the game plan is from a tricky draw, but either way, she'll be hitting the line hard. So you're going to have to go wide again. I'm trying my best to try and get these exotics down to minimal cost, but you can see why my reason and my thinking behind saying it's competitive. I mean, there's so many horses here, Raheel, that are still improving, and they're coming off some hard luck stories last time.
Move along to race number 10, final race on the day. It is a class 4 for fillies and mares that will wrap up proceedings for us over the 1,000 meter trip. 17:55 is the off time, and your favorite is number 1, Sports Fan, at 4-1 for Richard Faree and Alan Creef. Number 2, Pink Pigeon, a 5-1 shot. Number 3, Paralegal, is at 8-1, along with Claire de Lune. It's then 10-1 and better about the balance. Brandon, race number 10, final race on the program. What's your thoughts?
Raheel, without trying to make it boring for the viewers, if I came to the lucky last, whether we had a few rand in our pockets or we've done the absolute lot scheme, I'm going for number 2, Pink Pigeon. I think there's lots of value to be had with number 2, Pink Pigeon. Safiso Bongani takes off the 4 kilograms. Have a look at her last 2 runs. I mean, she ran second to Festival Chic. Her last run, she was touched off in a close finish. She ran third to Disting. A number of those horses will be running in that feature race a bit earlier on this afternoon. So let's see how they go. But with the 4 kgs off the back, dropping to 1,000 meters, I think she represents the value. So that's where we'll be going in the lucky last.
Pink Pigeon 5-1 is the one that Brandon likes in the final race on the day, having faced tougher at our last few. We're going to move along to the suggested bet now. Brandon will take us through his suggested bet for the 10 races on the program at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Saturday. And Brandon has tipped up a place accumulator. Brandon, take it away.
Thank you very much, Rahil. I'm going to try my PA come Saturday. Hopefully we can double up and treble up. We're spending a bit of money. I'm of the opinion it can pay some good money. So we start in race 3 at 13.50. In the first leg, we're going to bank number 3, Give It Loyalty. Richard Faree rides for Lucinda Woodruff. Second leg, race number 4, we're going 2 and 9, Miami Summer, and number 9, Note to Self. I think they'll have the race to themselves. Third leg, we're going to bank number 4. We're going with Ahead of the Facts, who's currently at 15-10. That form line of his last run has been franked already. Then we're going to go wide. Race number 6. The World Sports Betting Southern Cross Stakes. We're going to go wide. We're going 1 Direct Hits, 3 Asia Pambili, number 6 Disting, 7 Symphony in White, number 8 She's My World, the 9 Miss World, and number 12 Green Diamond. I'm hoping that we can treble up when it comes to that particular leg of the place accumulator. Next leg, race 7, the World Sports Betting Cape Phillies Guineas, the grade 1. We're going to bank number 7 Golden Palm. Keegan DeBello gets the ride for Alan Greef. The penultimate leg of this PM, race 8, we're going 1, 2, 4, 5, and 8. 1 Touch by Angels, 2 Grand Canarium, 4 Mexican Pete, number 5 Delta Pride, and then number 8 Nevada King, who comes back from a small break. And the last leg of the place accumulator, race 9 at 17.20, we're going 1 Supreme Fate, 2 Inner Bloom, the 5 was Cutter Quad Quadrat, 7 Lillian Don, will include number 8, which is Beach, Active Grace rather, and then number 10, Beach Verse. So just to repeat those numbers in the lucky last, 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, and 10. My best bet currently at 11-10, race 7, number 7, Golden Palm, and my value bet at 6-1 now is race 4, number 2, Miami Summer.
That is Brandon's suggested bet for racing on Saturday. Brandon, thanks very much. All the best, and we're looking forward to racing down in the Western Cape this weekend. It's going to be a cracker.
Thank you, Rahil. As I always say to the team behind the scenes, I think it's Lungi that's doing duty for this show. They do a wonderful job. I know it takes a lot of time to package it and edit it, but they do a good job. To the viewers out there, thank you very much for watching this podcast. I have no doubt there'll be a bit of banter in the comment section, Rahil, but we have to try and find winners. We have to try and make some money. So let's hope that Saturday treats us well.
Yeah, absolutely. All the best for racing over the weekend.